So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. It seems that everybody I know has a love-hate relationship with their sleep quality. And they all have a really strong opinion about their mattress. I know I did. Helix Sleep is my sponsor today, and my strong opinion is I love my Helix. I track my sleep. Do you? I was not getting enough deep sleep, the kind that restores your body. My wife says I was just a grumpy old man. I said, no, it's my mattress. And I was right, because it changed when I got my Helix Sleep mattress. I start on my back, I turn on my side, so they can customize their mattress to fit my personal needs. They can do it for you too. In fact, Helix has 20 unique mattresses. By the way, I up my deep sleep from 30 minutes to over 2 hours, and I put an end to that tossing and turning. It's awesome. Free shipping, 120-night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty, and the Happy with Helix guarantee with seamless returns and exchanges. Go to helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, 30% off Elite mattresses. That's helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/dailyboost. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Good to have you. So, successful people from all walks of life over the years have given some very sage advice. One of the most common is you need to set goals, and you know that already. But why do goals work, and why do sometimes they not work? What happens? There's a reason for it. So this is not a goal-setting show today. I'm not going to teach you the 7 ways to set goals. Brian Tracy taught that so many years ago, and so many others have as well. I'm going to go deeper into why and how you can get them to work better for you. It's a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. Started the show back in January 2005. There was no iTunes. There was no iHeartRadio. There was no Spotify. There was no Stitcher. There was none of that stuff. It was just, I think about 10,000 of us there. 10,000 podcasts and just kind of doing our thing. We all got invited into iTunes when iTunes opened it up to podcasting a long time ago. But when I started the show, it was a simple mission. It was that there must be a way to do a daily show, because prior to that, it hadn't happened. Prior to that, you couldn't do it on the radio. There was nothing on TV. You had to buy CDs or, oh, God bless you, cassette tapes. Remember those? You had to do all that just to get your daily, boost, your daily thing you wanted. So I said, let's do this. And here we are, 4,000 episodes later, 48 million downloads, and so many over time. It's been such a cool ride. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. That having been said, I want to take just a minute or two today, and we'll get to the show. It's going to be a good show for you, so hang on for that. But I did want to say something because I was getting a little frustrated over the weekend. And yes, I get frustrated. I love frustration because when I get frustrated, change is freaking coming. Guaranteed. Tony Robbins said that years ago. Boy, he was right. When you get frustrated, don't get mad. Don't go in your bedroom and cry under your blanket. Don't do that. Just go, okay, get ready. Here it comes. You're going to break out. You're going to do something. So over the weekend, I was a little frustrated. I was looking at our download numbers. And this podcast gets well over 100,000 downloads per episode. And it grows from there. That's just when we release it. Average podcast in the world has 141, not 1,000, just 141. And yet what frustrated me was just a fraction of the folks that listen to this show actually support this show. And it kind of got me down. It did. So I thought, well, okay, let me take a minute and just say, how can you support this podcast? And how can you support all the others out there right now? Well, number one, leave a meaningful review someplace. So on Sunday morning when me or another podcast host is looking at their reviews, they smile. You speak to their heart. Do that. Maybe if you want to, you can send me an email. at support@motivationtomove.com. You can say that yourself. Doesn't cost you a dime. Number 2, if you haven't, join motivationtomove.com. It's a membership site I put together. I did it back in 2006. Trust me, most of your podcasts are going to start doing that real fast. It's coming. The paywall's going up. I've been there forever. Why? Because there's something different when you join an organization. There's something different when you put some skin in the game. There's something different when you're in a tribe. There's something different when every single day you commit. It's not expensive. Go join. And finally, the last thing you can do, we have sponsors on our show. I vet my sponsors. I get their products. I test their products. I talk to the staff. I talk to the owners. I vet them. And only after I know it's something you're going to use will I talk about it. So when we have a sponsor and you think you'll use their product, go to the link I give you, use the promo code, and buy the product. 3 things you can do very simply to support my podcast or any podcast in the world. And you really need to do it because you can motivate beyond your belief. I know sometimes you listen to others to do the same thing, but I promise you, if you will just do those couple little things, or find another way if you want to, that's fine. You can change the world from where you are right now. Over the years, I have been given a lot of advice from a lot of people. Oh, I didn't listen when I was younger. I was like, don't have to do that. Come on, that's not going to work. Tell me you're not the same. I was always that way. I had to try everything from the school of hard knocks, right? That was me. But one thing I heard early on was, Scott, what's your goals? Do you set goals? I said, yeah, I set goals. Do you write them down? Mm-hmm. I've got them written down somewhere. These days when I do Zoom calls, I'll get on with somebody. I'll say, hey, you got some goals? Yeah, hang on, I'll get them. And they go fishing around in their Evernote somewhere on their computer. And I said, what's your top 3? And they, hang on, I'll get them. I said, no, stop. What's your top 3? They don't even know. So maybe they've set them, but they sat them back in some place about 5 years ago. Bottom line is this. Setting goals is how you get what you want. That's it. In your human mind, the one you have, I'm assuming you have a human mind, right? I think you do. Setting goals is the heartbeat of your life. Now, what do I mean by that? I know personally for me, when I get excited about something and I set a goal, my heart goes pitter-patter a little faster. I get excited about it. There's nothing better than having your heart. In fact, I will go out on a limb here. I would guess that you are wanting that feeling. Isn't that the feeling of motivation? That excited feeling to move forward, that heart going, oh man, I'm so excited. The adrenaline is surging. I would guess that's why you're here today. At least some of you anyway. So setting goals harnesses your focus. It gives you meaning. It gives you purpose. It drives you forward. A lot of people just focus on the forward part, right? It gives so much more than that. It's even better if you set a deadline. If your goal is essential, if it's timely, if it's urgent, you're going to do anything in your power to go get it. Likely. Somebody sent me a text message right in the middle of a podcast. It's okay. I don't edit. Likely, you're going to go after it. You may have also heard that understanding your why is important to achieving your goal. It's critical to your success. You've heard that? You got to know your why. Everywhere I go, people are saying, you got to know your why. I used to sit in the audience and people saying, you got to know your why. I'm thinking, okay, I know my why, but why? And nobody could really explain it to me. And then the answer was this. Well, every challenge that comes your way, you won't go through it if you don't understand why you want it bad enough. I said, well, wait a second, I really want it bad enough, but why am I not going through and doing what it takes to get what I want? I never understood it. It's kind of one of those things. Sometimes you fall short, right? Losing weight is a really good example about the why. Have you ever done that? Come down this road with me a little bit. Maybe you're a person who's never had to lose weight. I'm not that person. I used to weigh 248 pounds until I finally got smart and figured out what I'm going to teach you today. Lost all that weight. I still will fall face first into a basket of french fries if you give me half a chance, but try to avoid that most days. Losing weight. Every year, millions of people do that. They set the goal to lose a few pounds. Not just at January, but this time of year, springtime, summertime is coming, right? Most end up failing. Almost all people that go on weight loss journeys fail. But if you think about it, and this is Scott logic, so come inside the brain of Scott for just a moment here and how I think. If you ever wondered how I think, I'm just like, listen, does anybody ever want to have anything taken away from them? Do you? If I came to your house and said, give me your TV, would you give me your TV? Maybe. Would you like to? No. What if I just took it, didn't ask? It's even worse, right? Nobody likes to have anything taken from them. Nobody likes loss. Some people will call it a lack mentality. Yeah. Just release it. Let it go is what they all say. That's true. You have to. But how do you just lose it and let it go? Get it out of there. How do you do that? Every survival instinct that you have in your body says, don't let it go. When you set a goal that takes something away, your mind will fight you every step of the way. But how do you release it? What's the fix? Well, if the goal is to lose 10 pounds, staying on that example, you focus on the real reason and the real benefit you receive when you reach your goal. That becomes what I call the mission beyond your why. In the business world, it may be like, you all focus on your features. Look, we'll change your tire on your car. Come in, buy our tires. They make your car go smoother. Yeah, I really need tires, but not today. And some dude says, hey, come in and buy these tires, replace the bad ones, and keep your family safe in a rainstorm. Boom, benefit kicks in. Now I got a mission beyond my why. No matter what happens, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to buy that set of tires today. Had the why before, didn't I? Why don't I need them? Because I need new tires. Can't really afford them. Not really a big deal. Whatever. My kid needs to be safe. I'm on a mission. Same thing with weight loss. It's not about losing weight, is it? For some people, it's about feeling better on the inside and out. It's not about losing weight. For some people, it's building more self-confidence. It's not losing weight. It's having unlimited energy and stamina. Years ago, I was coaching a lot of women. When I started this business, I was in the weight loss and the fitness business is where I started. And a lot of men, a lot of women would listen, but we had probably 80% women that would listen. They'd be on the coaching calls. And they all wanted to lose weight. And I would ask them, and usually it was about September, and I would say, so why do you want to lose weight? Well, I have a Christmas party coming. And I got this little black dress I bought, and I want to look good in a black dress. But I can't seem to lose the weight. And I said, really? You want to look good in the black dress? Is that what you want to do? Yeah, I think. I said, don't you really want to enjoy the look that your husband or your boyfriend or spouse or whoever gives you when you slip into that little black dress? Don't you really want to enjoy how you look in the mirror? Don't you really want to enjoy the looks you get when you walk in that room? Got to tell you. It's a trick, but I sure talked to a lot of people into losing weight just by talking that way. See, any goal that focuses on the loss alone, it lacks the positive motivation that any of us need to succeed. We can focus on that. We can talk our way out of it. We can say it's a lack mentality. The universe doesn't understand loss and lack and all that kind of thing. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter how bad you want it. It's the mission beyond the why. It's what lives down inside your heart and soul. It's the entire reason you got to the why. It's way beyond it. It's the benefit of the why. So yeah, you got to set goals. But the goal itself, well, that's not going to get you anywhere. It's your daily progress, your steps, the steps in that mission that's beyond your why. Everything changes. More success and happiness are in your future, and your possibilities become endless. And you get beyond the why, and you focus on the mission. Something to think about today, eh? That's how I think all the time. Hey, listen, if I ever get frustrated with any kind of goal or anything that I want to go after, I just say, okay, let's set forth to fix it. I go, why am I doing this? Great, right? What do I really want? What's really going to drive me? And just thinking about the things I've been saying lately, I have got a mission inside of me that's beginning to bubble up. Watch out when people's mission bubbles up. Watch out. Things change. People move forward. People get left behind. Stuff happens. You, me, everybody on the planet. So think about that today. What goals are you going to set right now today? Why are you going to do it? But what's the mission beyond the why to go get what you want? And tomorrow, maybe I'll just ask you tomorrow what you come up with, huh? Maybe I'll just do that, and we'll just do another kind of crazy show tomorrow. Why not? Gonna be here anyway. Always are.